Station number 3, some word problems. Don't be scared, they're not so bad. Okay? But for every problem, you need to, number 1, define some variables. Number 2, write a system of equations. Number 3, solve the system of equations with substitution or elimination, not guess and check. Not guess and check. And lastly, tell me what you actually just found in the context of a word problem. Write a sentence, what did you just find? Okay? Those are the 4 things you should do for pretty much every word problem. The first problem says an amusement park charges admission plus a fee for each ride. I'm going to say, since I'm looking for the cost of admission and the cost of a ride, A will be the cost of admission and R will be the cost of a ride. Not the number of each one, just how much they cost. The cost of admission, the cost of a ride. The first sentence says 1 admission ticket plus 2 rides costs $10. So let's convert that into math. 1 times whatever the cost of admission is plus 2 times whatever the cost of a ride is, R, equals 10. 1A plus 2R equals 10. The next sentence says 1 admission ticket plus 5 rides costs $16. So let's make that a math equation. 1 times whatever the cost of admission is plus 5 times whatever the cost of a ride is, R, equals 16. I want to know what the charge of admission is, and I want to know what the charge for a ride is. I've got 2 equations, and I've got 2 variables, so I can solve this. The way I'm going to solve the first one is I'm going to use elimination, and I'm going to multiply the entire top equation by -1 on both sides. That way, when I add the 2 equations together, something will go away. So I've got -1a minus 2r equals -10. And when I add them together, I get 1a minus 1a, 0. 5r minus 2r is 3r. And 16 minus 10 is 6. So 3r equals 6. That means r equals 2. You can't just find r. You still got to go back and get a. So plug it in. I plugged it in the top one. A plus 2 times 2 equals 10. A plus 4 is 10, which means a equals 6. Awesome. A equals 6. What is the charge for admission? A equals 6. Tell me what you just found. The cost of admission is $6. The cost of a ride is $2. That's it. Second one. Sell apple pies for $6.99 and cherry pies for $10.99. The second sentence says, we sold 36 pies. And then they told us how much she made when she sold 36 pies. How many of each type did she sell? Well, let's say A will be the number of apple pies, and C will be the number of cherry pies that she sold. One of your equations is going to deal with money, and most of you are going to get this right the first time, no problem. $6.99 times however many apple pies, A, plus $10.99 times however many cherry pies, C, equals $331.64. That sentence has all the money in it. The other sentence has no money in it. Just how many pies did you sell? If you add them up, you're going to get 36 pies. A plus C equals 36. Now, I'm going to do substitution. You could do elimination, but you get some gross decimals. I'm going to do substitution, subtract C on both sides. A equals 36 minus C, and then substitute. 699 times 36 minus C plus 1099C equals 331.64. When you distribute, you get 251.64 minus 699C plus 1099C equals 331.64. Combine some like terms. 1099 minus 699 is 4. That's good, no more variables. When you subtract 251.64 on both sides, you get 80. Awesome, no more decimals. Again, I think I said variables. No more decimals. 4C equals 80. That means that C is 20, which makes sense. I'm not going to have a fraction of a pie to sell. C is 20. When you go back, they're supposed to add up to 36, so 20 plus however many apple pies should be 36. That means that they sold 16 apple pies. She sold 16 apple pies and 20 cherry pies. Last question. You can pay $13 a month plus a quarter per text, or you can pay $25 a month and 10 cents per text message. I want to know, when does it cost the same? Well, there's only one real variable in this problem, and that's how many texts do I need to send. So this one's actually going to be pretty easy to set up because I can just write one equation. $13 plus 25 cents per text equals $25 plus 10 cents per text. When you subtract 10 cents on both sides, you get 15 cents per text. When you subtract 13 on both sides, you get equals 12. And when you divide, you get T equals 80. So Quinn must send 80 texts for the cost to be the same. Anything more than that, he should go with the more expensive plan per month, even though it's cheaper for the number of texts. On to Station 4.